welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. So if you're new here, my name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but we are currently at the start of Vlogmas. So we're going to be uploading back-to-back videos all the way through December. So I hope you are all doing well today. Today's video is going to be a natural everyday makeup routine. This is kind of like my winter makeup routine, what I would do on a daily basis. So if you do enjoy this video, do not forget to smash that thumbs up for me. Leave me a little comment in the comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And let's get started with today's video. So for quite a while now, I've felt like doing quite a natural everyday makeup routine, and I've just not got around to it, and I thought, you know what, we'll do quite a wintry one, just a natural everyday routine. So to start off with, the primer that I use at the moment, I find it's actually quite hydrating, but it's really light on my face, and I've just been really enjoying this one. This is the Revolution Pro Featherweight Perfecting Primer. This was actually one of the first primers that I ever tried, and it is so good. It's got a really nice kind of creamy formula, but it sinks into your skin so nice, but it's quite thick. So I'm just applying this on. It's just so good. I feel like it definitely helps to mattify your skin as well underneath. So it's quite a mattifying primer, but it's just got a really nice kind of feel and texture. It just feels like it's a moisturizer. But I am such a big fan of it. I've used it quite a lot. I'm actually starting to run out of this one, but I think they retail at about £7 each. I will put all the price on screen for you so you can see exactly how much everything was, but I'm pretty sure this was around £7 each. So it's still a drugstore item, and it's really good. I do really like it. You don't need that much product. You just need to make sure that you rub it in properly and you spread it around, because a little bit does go quite a long way. So I'm just applying some down my nose. I feel like this gives me more of a flawless kind of finish. But it does say that it is supposed to be really lightweight feeling on your skin. And it is. You can really feel that it's on there. Some primers I've got make your skin feel really sticky or really kind of heavy before you've even started with any of your makeup. This one doesn't. It does feel really lightweight. So it is really nice. So that's what my skin's looking like once I've applied the primer. So the next thing I'm going to do is my foundation, and you guys probably already know this. If you've seen my channel before, you know the foundation that I'm going to reach for. It is my Nars Foundation. It is absolutely beautiful. It's my ultimate favourite foundation, and I recently got back into using it in the last like 2 months, and I just cannot put it down. So this is what the foundation looks like. It's such a nice bottle. It's a bit more of a price one. It's definitely more of a high-end foundation, but it is absolutely perfect. It has the best coverage, and it just looks really pretty too. Just a bottle, it's so kind of classy. It looks really pretty. So for this, I usually do like around 2 pumps, sometimes 2.5 pumps onto the back of my hand, but it is like the perfect shade for me. And I like to apply it using my finger, because I used to apply using a brush, but every time I used a brush to apply it, it always seemed to soak up so much product in the brush. So I use my finger to apply it, and then I use a beauty blender and sometimes a brush to help blend it out and just make sure it's all even. So once it's all applied, I'm gonna reach for a beauty blender, I think, first. I like to make sure I try to get some underneath my eyes and give a nice coverage under my eyes, because then it helps my concealer. Also, I do apologise if you can hear the wind. It is extremely windy here at the moment, so the wind is just constantly going out my window, and it's raining too, so that just makes it even noisier. So I'm just going in with a regular old beauty blender and just starting to blend this out. This one sometimes does take like an extra couple of minutes to blend out, but it is more than worth it. It is full coverage, and it's very mattifying. It looks so gorgeous on. It's genuinely my favourite foundation. I think it's around like £45, something like that. I actually bought it in Mexico from Sephora, and I thought, you know what, I'm on holiday, let's just treat myself. We'll go with a high-end foundation, we'll give it a go, see what it's like, and it's incredible. The coverage is just so good. Like, it genuinely makes you feel like you've got another layer of skin, but you can't feel it really heavy on your skin, if that makes sense. So it's quite a lightweight one, but it doesn't look like it. So this is what my makeup's looking like now that I've done my foundation. It is just such a beautiful foundation. And the next I'm going to move on to is my concealer. So I'm going to use 2 different concealers today. I'm going to use my absolute favourite, which is the e.l.f. concealer, and I'm also going to be using the Beauty Bay eye base because this is so good. It's genuinely so underrated. I bought this off the Beauty Bay website and it wasn't expensive at all, and then I opened it up and this is what it looked like. It's got this kind of applicator on the end, and the actual consistency of the product is so thick, it's so pigmented, it's really good. So I love this one for the shade, I love this one for the consistency, so I'm going to mix the two together. I'm going to go in with the Beauty Bay one first. I'm just going to apply a little bit right here underneath my eyes. You don't want to apply too much because it is such a good concealer that you only need a little bit. And then just little dabs there as well. I do find that this can dry quite fast, so you do need to work fast with it, so that it doesn't end up just kind of drying like that and then you don't know what to do with the rest of it. So I've got that much there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the e.l.f. one and just stick a line of the e.l.f. one underneath. So you can see the colour difference. The other one's quite white and this one's quite kind of cream and a bit more nude. So it just helps to blend those two together, so it helps to blend it into my foundation better. And then I'm just going to use a mini beauty blender to blend it in with. I'm just using this to blend it in, and honestly, mini beauty blenders are such lifesavers. They're so good. They just get into small bits in the small areas and just help so much when it comes to like blending and things like that. So if you haven't got yourself one yet, make sure you do. You can get them so cheaply, like at Primark. You can get a pack of 4 for like £2, like £1.50. They are genuinely so good. They're just game changers when it comes to makeup. The next thing I'm going to go in with is my contour, and I'm going to be using the Roxy palette, which is the Roxaurus Highlight and Contour palette, and it is beautiful. I also love the mirror in this. So I'm taking my 002 Real Techniques brush, and I'm just tapping into a mixture of these two shades here. It's such a beautiful contour as this, and then just applying some down my face. I feel like I just love this contour because it's not too outlined, too in your face. It's good for natural looks, but it's also kind of pigmented enough that you can tell there's something there. So I'm just going to play with this until I'm happy with how it looks. And just keep blending, applying a little bit more, blending out again, and just keep repeating that. Sometimes I take this dark one here, which is a bit more of an orange, for the very top of my forehead, just apply a little bit and then just blend it out. I do sometimes think that just has a good kind of effect and just helps to add a little bit more shape and definition to my face. Don't always do it, it's just sometimes that is something that I do. The next thing I'm going to do is my blush, and I'm going to use the XX Revolution Soft Focus Blush. This is actually a blush and a lip tint, so it's really pretty. To apply this, I usually just grab a little bit onto the end of my expert face brush and just dab it into it a little bit, quite gently, and then just start to apply it onto my face. It's quite a nice and soft one, and it is super blendable as well, but it just gives that really nice tint of pink in there. I do go for more of a pink blush than like an orange one or a red one, or I like it to be quite natural and quite, I want to say rosy, but that just makes me think of like Christmas. But if you see what I mean, it's quite a natural, nice, sun-kissed, pretty look. So I'm just applying a little bit on there, and it literally just blends itself, and you don't need to do a lot of blending. It just kind of blends itself out, which is really nice. So next I'm going to go in with my highlight, and what I'm going to use is my highlighter, which is Kylie Jenner's highlight, because it is beautiful. You only need a small amount of the product and it just gives you a really pretty natural kind of glow. I say natural, you don't normally shimmer like this, but you get what I mean. For those of you that might not have seen my video yet on reviewing Kylie's products, make sure to check it out because it is genuinely quite an eye-opening video, and I really enjoyed filming it and kind of testing her products out. And I think they're actually, I don't want to be like a spoiler, but some of them I'm obsessed with. Like this highlight I'm obsessed with. Some of them I think I could have been a little bit happier with, but in overall I'm glad that I brought the products. So I'm just applying a little bit of this highlight on. I don't apply too much on because so beautiful. I don't want to apply too much on because it's more of a natural look, but it just gives you that gorgeous kind of natural glow there, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty is the shine on it. The powder that I'm using is the Flawless Face Pressed Powder by W7. It's a colour correcting mineral powder, and I just feel like it helps keep my makeup matte and just everything kind of in place. I'm just using a Real Techniques 200 brush as well with this, and I'm literally just getting a little amount and just applying it all over my face. This isn't actually the normal brush that I would use for this, but it's the only one that I can find that'll do the job, so it will be fine. I do like to try and use it to set my eyes too. Okay, so that will do for that. This is now what my face is looking like. I'm just going to do a little bit on my eyes just to give them a bit of a pop of colour, just kind of bring my eyes to life a little bit. On a natural everyday basis, I go for more nude colours, or kind of like pinks and maybe some like lilac purples. The palette I'm going to use today is the Revolution Wild Animal palette, the Courage one. This is beautiful, and I've just got a couple of different morph brushes here. So this is the palette. Absolutely gorgeous, some beautiful shades in here, and I'm just going to go for some more nude kind of browns. So I'm going in with this brush from the Live With Love Morph collection. I've just tapped into this nice brown shade, and I'm literally just using that as a wash of colour over my lid. I do like to use this brush because I feel like it kind of blends it out for you as you go. It's a very nice and soft fluffy brush. Just going to wing it out a little bit more so it's got a bit more shape and a bit more interest. So that's what it's looking like. It's literally just a nice warm tone, just as something of interest. And then I'm just going to blend it out. Just make sure I'm happy with where it's sitting and the colour and everything. So this is what it's looking like, and I'm just going to tap in with my other brush, which is from the Bamboo collection. I'm just going to tap into this kind of creamy coloured next to the brown, and I'm just using that as a bit of a transition shade between that shade and my foundation. I've just realised I didn't actually use an eye base, which kind of sucks, but I don't always remember when it's more of a natural everyday look. I only really use eye bases when it's more of a, not extravagant look, but more like of a colourful look, and there's more technique and things gone into it, and where I actually put a lot more time into it. But I did use some foundation underneath, so it's not like it's gonna show onto my skin, but still, I did forget to use one of those. So this is what my eyes look like at the moment. I want to get a little bit of shimmer in there, but I don't want it to feel like overpowered by shimmer. This is one that I've been interested in using. It's just this one here. Also, if you guys haven't actually seen this palette before, it is beautiful. It's got little imprints, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to use that colour and just put that over the first kind of like third of my lid there. Just have a little shine and just a little bit of interest in there. Exact same on my other lid. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm grab this shade here. It's kind of like a pinky white duochrome. I'm just going to grab that there and use this as an inner corner shimmer. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. That was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. So we're just going to blend that out a little bit with my finger. I have used this before, but I've never used it on like a natural look, that one. So it took a little bit of blending to get it to calm down a bit, because it was quite out there when I put it on. I feel like I might have just got a little bit too much product on my finger. But it's a really, really pretty inner corner shimmer is that. That does a really good job. I've been trying to experiment with different palettes I don't normally use and different like colours from different palettes that I don't normally like reach for, so I thought it'd be interesting to go for that one. But I actually really like that as an inner corner shimmer. I think that's really, really pretty. And then the final step that I'm going to be taking today is to do my eyelashes. I'm going to be using the Olivia Hale mascara today. This is such a gorgeous one. It's actually really nice packaging. I love the wand. I love the actual product, the consistency, the formula, everything about it. So I'm just doing a small coat of mascara using this, but if you can see, just from that tiny amount I've applied, it curls, lengthens and volumizes. Is that a word, volumizes? Well, it is now, but it curls, lengthens and gives your lashes a lot of volume just from that tiny amount that you put on. It just kind of makes you look a little bit more awake, a little bit more alive. So I do really like this one. I think it's something like 99p from Home Bargains. It's so cheap and so affordable. Like, I do like my higher end products, but then sometimes you just can't go wrong with a good bargain. Like, this is literally 99p or 1.99. It's really cheap anyway, and it does such a good job. It does better than some high-end products that I've got. Quite like the end because it makes it easier, so you can get right in to inner corner of your lashes that end up getting it all over your makeup. Really separates your lashes as well. Like, sometimes I get mascaras that just really clump your lashes together, kind of like glue your lashes together, but this one doesn't at all. It really helps to separate them. It's quite a nice size wand. I really like the number of little bristles it's got, and I think that's what helps like not let your eyelashes come together, if that makes any sense. This is now the final look. This is my natural everyday winter makeup routine. I love the highlight. It is just beautiful, but it's got that nice kind of subtle but really nice glow. I love the eyes. The inner corner shimmer has really done it for me today. I feel like I could have gone a little bit heavier on the concealer, but I wanted to just go quite light because it is a natural everyday look. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for me. Leave me a little comment in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more from Vlogmas this year, make sure you subscribe because it helps me out a ton, and you can check out other content that I create. But that is it from me for today. I hope you've all really enjoyed this video. I definitely have, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.